Hudson, and this is Donna Miller, and we are representing concerned mothers. Are there any concerned mothers here? How about concerned fathers? Thank you for taking time to be here. We all want to, in unison, say thank you to our governor and to the General Assembly. So on the count of three, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Thank you! Thank you for allowing me to speak to you. I come from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a mother of 3 and a small business owner. 4 weeks ago today, my 14-year-old daughter went to the restroom with her younger sibling. We were at a grocery store in the Matthews area, and the city council had just voted in favor of that outrageous, unconstitutional, illegal ordinance. While she was in there, a man came out of a bathroom stall and unapologetically washed his hands. It terrified her. She grabbed her younger sibling and pulled him into the stall with her. And then she came running to me after the man had left at the checkout counter at the grocery store and said, "Mom, that really scared me." Well, you see, my family got a taste of what it's like to have our right to privacy violated. That's ridiculous. We should never have to endure something like that. Apologize. Thank you. How would you like it if that happened to your child? And yet we've been told by this smear campaign, this doesn't happen in these states. It happened to my daughter. Don't tell me it doesn't happen in these states. We, as mothers and fathers, must protect our children, and that's why I'm speaking today. For too long, we have sat back and expected to peacefully coexist, and it's just not happening. It was plain common sense. No men in women's restrooms, right? Does anybody agree with me? Common sense. And thank God, right here in this city, our legislators heard us loud and clear. Yes, that's right. There was a groundswell, just like there is today. This is not coincidence. Despite what the media says, you care, or you wouldn't be here. And we had a groundswell of outrage at the injustice of the illegal city council ordinance. Thank you, Governor McCrory. Thank you, Senator Berger. Thank you, Speaker Moore. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest. And thank you, General Assembly, for doing what's right to protect our families and our children. And you know, not only did he protect our children by signing HB2, but it brought protection even to the transgender children. That's right, it did. I'm one of 380 business owners and the 70% of North Carolinians who stand with you, General Assembly and Governor, in support of HB2. And so do all of these people here. That's right, pan this crowd, media. This is North Carolina, and this is how we feel. We're grateful. I've had enough of big business bullying, illegal city council overreach. When God blessed me with children, he gave me a charge to protect them and to lead them in the way of truth. It's my responsibility to teach my children what's right and wrong. And men showering with bathrooms with women and little children in public facilities is downright wrong. It's shocking that we've come to a place where I would even have to say such a thing publicly. Are we that depraved? Make no mistake about it. This is a battle for identity. For the identity of my children, for the identity of your children, for the identity of all future generations, and for the identity of the state of North Carolina. I have never expected others to believe exactly like I do. If the LGBT community felt the same way, HB2 would not have been necessary. I've raised my children to respect others, regardless of sexual orientation. However, that same grace was not extended to me, nor was it extended to you when we would be forced to allow our children and women to shower with men in public restrooms. and to suffer the threat of lawsuits against my businesses if someone tried to force me to promote ideas and to participate in events that violated my beliefs. That's why I am extremely grateful to Governor McCrory and the General Assembly for passing HB2. This protects North Carolinians like you and me, and with a statewide anti-discrimination law that's tougher than the federal government's. We are a blessed state. It's absolutely ridiculous that our state is receiving so much big business bullying when HB2 gives private business freedom to implement non-discrimination ordinances. You don't hear much about that, do you? And transgender accommodations. So it really made no sense for PayPal to pull out. It made much more sense for them to go to Cuba, right? Where homosexuals are tortured and executed. Come on. This hypocrisy. I encourage the people of North Carolina not to be fooled and misguided by the media and lying corporate bullies. Read HB2 for yourself. It's a short read. I put it out yesterday at my church on a table for everybody to educate themselves. Charlotte and North Carolina continue to be one of the most desirable and non-discriminatory places to live on the planet, with not one single lawsuit to date in Charlotte ever having been filed by the ACLU alleging discrimination against the LGBT community. Yet you would think that we were the worst place on earth. It's all lies. And we don't anticipate a lawsuit either, because HB2 allows public accommodations freedom to install unisex bathrooms. HB2 also provides freedom for individuals who have undergone sex changes and secured corrected birth certificates to access restrooms corresponding with their anatomical sex. This is a win-win for the LGBT community and for us mothers who want protection for our kids. South Carolina recognizes this and introduced a bill last week resembling HB2. Think about that. Charlotte, North Carolina has deep spiritual roots of religious freedom dating back to May 20th, 1775, with the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence, signed and covenanted a year before our United States Declaration of Independence. The acts may have been at the root of religious freedom in Charlotte, so to speak. But the force of 240 years of history and covenant for religious freedom have prevailed thanks to the courage of our governor and General Assembly. And North Carolina's identity has not